Hi everyone, welcome to the weekly wrap. What's going on at the Kettering Yacht Club? As always, just want to acknowledge our major sponsors, Derwent Boat Sales, the Oyster Cove Chandlery, Duggan's Concrete and Baxter's IGA. So important that we support our sponsors because they're doing a lot to support the club. We had a fantastic channel challenge on the weekend. We had great weather for some of us in old people in certain boats. There was a little bit too much weather and we were quite sore on Monday. But it was fantastic weather for the regatta. Everyone had a fantastic night on Saturday night. Great food with the pizza van. Great music with the band Singles Bar. I did notice a couple of blow-ins. I kept my eye on a little bit later in the night, sneaking around, pulling pizza slices that were uneaten out of the fire pits. They looked a bit hungry, so I kept my eye on those. But fortunately, all they did was steal uneaten pizza. I just want to appreciate a bunch of people for their efforts in putting together the Channel Challenge. Firstly, many thanks to Brent McKay for organising the lion's share of the event. Also, for the breakfasts, there was Morris and Karen did both mornings with the bacon and eggs. Fantastic job. And, of course, Hannah on the caffeine, dealing out the caffeine. So excellent breakfast. And thanks to those people that contributed there. Also, I'd like to thank Brett and Gus for organising the booze, Julie and Andrew Fyfe for operating the bar almost the whole evening. Andrew also organised the Portaloo, Robbie for organising the skip bin for us, Steve for organising all of the fire pots, putting them around. We didn't actually light the fire pots, but they have some sort of magic power that people still stand around them, so that were worthwhile having there. We thought about getting some cellophane and some, little flashy lights to put in for the ambience. It was fairly hot and we didn't really need to light them that night, but they were there just in case. Also, Andrew Blakney, Callum and Michelle for helping with the setting everything up on the Friday. That was fantastic. And also Greg Hitchens for everything that he did over the whole weekend, in particular his big effort in the clean-up on Sunday. And, of course, Greg Hawthorn for a fantastic effort in the committee boat for the whole event. Also need to appreciate the DSS for starting our race on Friday and their continuing support, handling the entries and also doing the results for us. And, of course, we always need to recognise the Oyster Cove Marina for their ongoing support for all of our events and just general support for the club. Now we are, if you haven't noticed that there's a decline in the participation over the summer weekend events, the long races. So just in an attempt of staying ahead of that problem, because we don't want to wait until it's a serious problem, we really need every single member's help to gain an understanding of what the majority might be looking for as far as events throughout the summer. I mean, apart from the twilights, they're still very well patronised. So I've set up a survey in the email that you got with the link to this video to it. There is a link to the survey. If you just click on it, it just asks you questions. How likely are you to participate in this sort of event? And there's like half a dozen different choices. If you can give us your feedback on that, and then there's also a place at the end for any additional suggestions that weren't on the survey. So really want every single member, whether you're an active sailing member, racing member, not, every member's support and feedback on that survey. Thank you very much. Had a great night Wednesday for the Twilight, the Derwent Boat Sales Twilight. There was about 15 boats in all, and I have put a link in the email again, or if you're looking at this on Facebook, there will be the results already posted on Facebook, but there's a link to the results to the Twilight in the email. For Wednesday, again, lots of people contributing, so thanks to our brand new member David for doing an excellent job running the bar. Our guys from Crusader, Scott, Andrew and Gleno did a fantastic job on the barbecue, and John assisting on the committee boat with Greg Hawthorn. And as always, Christina for doing the provisioning for the barbecue. Now, this last Wednesday night, there was no one on the board. No one had volunteered for the barbecue, so it was a last-minute ring around. Unfortunately, the boys from Crusader did step up. So it's essential that every single boat that is entered in the Twilight Series, doesn't matter how many races you've done, if you're entered in the Twilight Series, you need to be on that board, and you need to do... every single boat entered needs to nominate themselves to do both barbecue duty and committee boat duty at least once throughout the Twilight Series. So there's a bunch of gaps for both committee boat duty and barbecue duty before the end of this season. And it is your responsibility to make sure that those holes are filled up. So in the future, if no one is there, if a boat hasn't nominated, there's a gap on the board for the barbecue, there won't be any more ring arounds. There just won't be a barbecue. So it's essential that everyone volunteers and gets their name on the board, and we fill that board up. And the same for committee boat duty. It's absolutely critical that there is always somebody helping out Greg, who does the lion's share of the committee boat stuff, and we need to have somebody on there to help him every single week. So that's it for this week. We'll look forward to seeing you next week. See you on the water. That is all. Bye for now.